convoy is not immune. It is the person that is occupying the office of the governor that has it.
Yes.
Under Jonathan, Amaechi convoy was stopped. It is the governor Amaechi that has immunity, not the convoy. Although obstructing the law, just as you stated in your law, obstructions of your every criminal prosecution or investigation amount to jail terms.
Hello, my great and wonderful people. We welcome you once again to our today's episode of this program. And today, the people of Kogi State don't hold Yahaya Bello for neck. Yes, as we talk right now, that video want to be say you see from the introduction of this very broadcast. Now the citizens of Kogi State, when it carry protests enter the Supreme Courts to the demand the judges to make sure say they persecute Yahaya Bello. Say Yahaya Bello not get any reason whatsoever to escape the allegations or accusations when it be say it day for his own head. No excuses whatsoever. They in support to make sure say they bring Yahaya Bello to justice. I'll they leave you make you watch everything when it be say this people review for this their movements to the Nigeria Supreme Court. Alright, after that one, we equally get another video when it be say with the review to you, when it be say with the receive from our amiable barrister Dele Farotimi, a human rights activist, when we say he recently also come outside to grant interview to Sahara Reporter concerning still this same decay politics and politicians when it be say if they use our eye, they see back. I will leave you now, first of all, to watch this very resident of Kogis and their demand from the Nigeria judges. I'll come back for more.
The convoy is not immune. It is the person that is occupying the office of the governor that has it.
Yes.
Under Jonathan, Amaechi convoy was stopped. It is the governor Amaechi that has immunity, not the convoy. Although obstructing the law, just as you stated in your law, obstructions of your every criminal prosecution or investigation amount to jail terms. The judges that are giving these fraudulent judges orders are not immune. The current governor was an auditor general when all these crimes were committed. Yes. I ask you to commence his own investigation now. Yes, that's right. Just as Commander Naidako said, we are aware that some former governors, former chairman of a local government, they withdraw this money, they stockpile it in the Ghana must go, they return it to Kogi State Government House. Invite those local government chairmen, they are willing to bear you witnesses as an exhibit. The Kogites are with you. Ordinary citizens of Nigerians are with you. And we are here to encourage you. We are here to motivate you. Nobody give us 1 naira. EFCC chairman, we don't know you people. The PA, we don't know you. We are just seeing you. We are not being hired. You can see we are not plenty because we don't have money to give. We are at the forefront of this agitation. So many of us have gone to prison. So many of us are already lost. Some has lost their life. Some are still facing some cases. So many people. So now the time for justice is now. Thanks and God bless.
My name is Wilson Ujare. I'm acting director of public affairs EFCC. I want to thank you all for coming to identify with the work of the EFCC. I'm, for instance, personally very happy that I can see citizens of Kogi State that are concerned about the misuses of their state resources. I want to assure you, I have the permission of the chairman to assure you that this matter will not be swept under the carpet.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The issue that we have with Yahaya Bello is not a personal matter. The EFCC is just asked to enforce the law. We have a charge that is pending before the Federal FCT High Court, Abuja. All we simply want Yahaya Bello to do is to answer to those charges. We are not concerned about renting crowds or getting people to speak in our favor. No. All we want is for him, wherever he's hiding, let him come out, attend to the charges that have been filed against him. It's not a personal issue. The commission have had cause to arraign several former ex-governors. Some of them are walking free now because they have already been arraigned, properly arraigned and granted bail. That is what we want Yahaya Bello to do because there's nobody in Nigeria that is above the law. Yes. Yahaya Bello as a former governor does not have immunity against prosecution. and he knows that. So wherever he's hiding, the message I have for him this morning is to simply come out and be properly arraigned before a court of competent judicial and then answer to the allegations that we have preferred against him. That is just a simple matter. All other shenanigans that we are seeing is just a distraction as far as the EFCC is concerned. We will not rest until he is arraigned in court. Thank you very much. Sorry, your name is Acting Director of Public Affairs.
All right, my great and wonderful people. I believe say you don't see everything yourself. I think a few days ago, we equally received a message or a video interview from the EFCC boss when he be say in name na Ola Olukoyede, where if for talk for interview say Yahaya Bello will feel run, he no go fit hide. For not to persecute Yahaya Bello, he will make sure say he resign. And the people of Kogi State still dey tell EFCC boss and every other Nigerian judges when they say they get hand for this issue of Yahaya Bello, say that they in support to make sure say they bring people like Yahaya Bello to justice. We when they here, we see they support the movement to make sure say they bring people like Yahaya Bello to justice for others to learn. All right, after that very one, we'll leave you to share your own opinion with us in the comment section, even as we take you down to this other video when basically we receive from Barrister Dele Farotimi. Stay on this issue of our politicians when basically they use our resources, they do their own personal desire and with their own blinded mindset when they make us they see the lights of the day. Here, Barrister Dele Farotimi for a breakdown of this interview. I'll come back for more.
For a long line of myopic rulers, I have spoken variously to the fact that Nigeria is lacking in leadership and that the most charitable word that might be used in describing those who have been saddled with the affairs of Nigeria is to call them rulers. But even rulers have tended to be visionary, but the ones who ruin Nigeria are better described as ruiners, only thinking or caring about things that are happening now or are related to a particular group. That is what generally defines myopic persons. So you find that from inception, Nigeria has been generally ruined by persons who have almost always focused on narrow, selfish, short-sighted interests, even when their interests have not been completely selfish, as in focused on themselves and their immediate family, which has led to the coinage of words such as prebendal. What you find is that they focus on ethnic groups or they focus on religious groups. And in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious society like ours, a focus on narrow interest has always been at the cost of the Commonwealth. So what you find is that almost all of the time, those who have been saddled with the task of superintending the Nigerian state have been persons who have concerned themselves only with very narrow issues, narrow interest, and have ignored and neglected or even sacrificed the Commonwealth and what is good for all. The unfortunate thing is that those who have ruled and ruined this country have never managed to remember the fact of their mortality, and being unable to remember that they will die one day, they have rarely ever envisioned the future and built towards it. You have to also be able to plan beyond your own lifetime, understanding that if it is truly visionary, your lifetime will never be enough to achieve the goal. You can only lay the foundation blocks for the future that you see. The resources of their republic towards achieving the vision, however much you might quarrel with the vision. To achieve anything of significance, you must be able to think in a futuristic manner. Look at Nigeria and the rail system that we have built. To build the rail system that we have built, we have not at any point thought in a futuristic manner. The Nigerian rail system is something that had been built in more advanced countries since the 50s and 60s. To go to Ibadan from Lagos, you need 2 hours, 40 minutes. This is the same distance that in some country would not take more than 30, 45 minutes at the most. So instead of building for the future, we have built what was in the past. We're copying. There is nothing original about our rail system, but we are not even copying what is modern and what is new. We are simply copying what used to be in the past. And we are incurring huge debts in order to achieve this. The absence of vision has provoked a situation where we have dissipated our commonwealth. A country where the rulers are able to envision would not be one where you are building a coastal road from Lagos to Calabar at the cost of 4 billion naira for a kilometer. It shouldn't be. It wouldn't be. The only thing that has proven to be futuristic about the ruiners of Nigeria has been their capacity to steal. Yahaya Bello was paying school fees 10 years ahead of time from stolen commonwealth. If instead of stealing this money, he had built schools that his own children would be able to attend years after he had left the government house, we will not be having a situation where the white lion will become the white mouse. But this is where we are as a people because of a failure to envision. The absence of vision promotes sybaritic obsessions. You find that in the absence of vision, because vision constrains resources. If you go back to Habakkuk 2 verse 3, it says, the vision is for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it. So there is a part where you are denying yourself because you are focused on vision. Write it down, make it plain, that those who read it might run with it. For them to read it and run with it, one of the first things that they would have to do is to constrain their resources. When you know that you are building for the future, you do not dissipate the wealth in the moment. You keep that wealth in the knowledge that you have more important things to do with that money. You don't go buying jeeps. Progressively, the Nigerian legislative arm have bought itself creature comfort, and the poorer the country has become, the more refined their sybaritic taste have equally become. They have not focused on the future because they are too busy consuming in the moment. A country that does not have money to spend on education, it was meant to set aside 5 billion for education, for the loans board, student loans board. That same country has spent 90 billion on Hajj subsidy. The country that cannot build healthcare facility has 90 billion to spend on Hajj. And as they are spending on Hajj, you can be sure that they will spend on Christian pilgrimage to Lebanon. Most of the time, the Jews in Israel, they don't even want to see us. They are not welcoming of Christian pilgrims. But you take that money, you take it to Jordan, you take it to Lebanon, and yet you do not have the money to spend on more important things like education. Education, not only just education for the sake of it, education for a purpose. Because whatever you look at in Nigeria, you will find nothing visionary about the way we have spent. We have spent living in the moment. We have not constrained the resources of the people to the achievement of vision, because there is no vision governing the exertions of our people.
All right, my great and wonderful people. I believe say una don't hear everything by una self from the mouth of Barrister Dele Farotimi. One thing when you be say yes, if they bother us, I know say not the same thing and if they bother you see. Since when you be say we dey talk all these things, waiting change. No worry. No worry about waiting change. This world of ours, they change a lot. For the fact say you never dey see the concrete evidence, no mean say things not dey change. If things not dey change, then not would they fight people like Barrister Dele Farotimi or even us when it be say you dey hear a voice. If you think say na lie, ask yourself, say, wetin happen when e be say we not dey online just for a few months ago? Now still on this same battle when e be say they take the fight each and every one of us up and down. Yes, if they touch them, if they reach them. Gradually, all these things, one day we'll see and say it will materialize. They already talk and say, not be the day when you say you plant corn, not be that day they give you seed. All right, I'll leave you to share your own opinion with us on the comment section, even as we draw the line of this broadcast here. And before we say final goodbye, we want to quickly use this medium to appreciate you for your time when you stay with us up to this very moment. God Almighty will bless you. And equally, the way when you to the help to share this broadcast, your likes, your comments, all of them, we appreciate them. I beg not forget to help us share this very one so that we still reach our brothers and sisters all around the world, because we believe we want to see information, now power. And as we do so, God Almighty will bless you. And we would like to draw the line of this broadcast here. We will see you again when we see you. Remember, we love you all. Bye-bye.